All right, so I just completely ran out of space on my phone, which is basically why the video came to an abrupt end. But anyway, just to wrap this up, this video is more or less a journal to myself. It's not for public consumption. It's not for the masses. It's an obscure channel that's not viewed by the world at large. But there's going to come a point where this journey ends in conjunction with the musical journey as well. I guess you could say. From my earliest days, I can recall being 4 years old, living in Center Beach, New York, and walking into a pizzeria that was quite dark. When you first walk in, it was basically quite dark in comparison to the outside, and you were greeted with this jukebox, which was the very first jukebox I had ever seen in my life, and so I was mesmerized by the jukebox itself. But in conjunction, more importantly, I was mesmerized by what was playing on it, which was Benny King's "Stand by Me." Um, and looking back, it makes complete sense. The movie "Stand by Me" was a phenomenon in the '80s and brought that song back to life. And but I was mesmerized in that moment. I was just completely transfixed by it. Had this almost kind of ethereal, otherworldly kind of beauty to it that just left me just completely mesmerized. And I knew immediately that I loved music. And then, of course, the discovery of Phil Driscoll a year later was even more profound. And then subsequent discoveries like Freddie Mercury, which were life changing. I never knew that you could take the emotions within and express them so powerfully and so beautifully. I never knew such beauty could come to fruition or manifest in the form of a voice, and how powerful it was to take the innermost emotions of one's heart and then make them a piece of art. There was something so powerful about that till this day kind of leaves me enchanted. And so, looking back on this video, when I look back on this journey, I have mixed feelings about putting myself out there, about making myself vulnerable, about pursuing this.